Good morning. Some of you guys are ready to start, with the Kool-Aid. So I wanted to get you kind of started with this. So one, you're going to have your already drawing created lightly with your pencil. You do not want it to be dark. Go ahead and have that drawn out. And we're going to lay that to the side. Now this is on watercolor paper. The paper is going to be thicker and it's going to have a tooth to it, meaning it's going to be textured. Okay. You're going to have a palette that's going to have all these little wells. See how it's going to have wells so that you can get your colors together. You're going to have a selection of paintbrushes, and you're also going to have a little dipper, okay, where you're going to be able to suck some water out of your water container, and you're not going to need much water. This is maybe a quarter of the way up, so you're not going to need much water. And then I have a wide variety of Kool-Aid packets that I have here. Just pick a couple. You're not going to need all these. So you might want to pick like a light color, a dark color, and let's go with a medium color. Okay. And you can pick any of those that you want. Or you could go with all of one color, and the more water you add to it, the lighter it's going to be. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to try that. And afterwards, I will add a little bit of another color just to add a highlight and stuff. So when you open it, actually they will already be open up here at my desk. So all you're going to do is, you don't need much. So you're just going to pour out just a little bit, just like that. Okay. If you're nervous and you want me to do it, I'll do it. It doesn't matter. If you want me to do it first before you do it, that's fine. Not a big deal. So you have your powder in the well. You're going to take your little dropper and you are just going to drop 2. All right. Now that's going to be, we're going to mix it up. Okay, so up here I'm going to see how dark it's going to be. That's pretty dark. That almost looks black. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint it on here. Now this was purple. And that looks pretty black to me. So I'm going to water it out. I'm going to thin it out and make some values with it. Now I will tell you that once this stuff dries, it doesn't want to hydrate again. So you got to kind of work quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and put color all over it. And you guys will be getting paper towel, white paper towel, not this other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add a little bit more of the dark. Sorry, I didn't realize that was not focusing. And where you know that there is a darker value or a fold, that's where you're going to place your values at. Okay. And this also is going to be where you're going to place any type of cast shadow. And remember, these cast shadows have to be dark. So this is going to require lots of layering, letting it dry, and coming back and adding more. Now, the one that was the quickest to do was your charcoal. And the pencil is going a little slower because it was the first one, and you guys are kind of getting used to doing those. And then we have this one, which is going to go a little slower because of all the layering. And after a while, yes, you'll be able to smell the Kool-Aid. I'm starting to smell grape, and my nose is even a little stuffed up this morning. So I decided I'm going to add a little blue to it. So I'm going to add a little blue. And after you pour it, kind of fold over the top and set it up so it doesn't like go everywhere. And this time I'm just going to put one drop. Yeah. And I don't really want to paste, which is what I'm getting. So I'm going to add another drop. You don't want to really put a lot of water in there because then you'll just get a bunch of light blue. But you do want to mix it so that you are mixing all those granules. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay, obviously it makes it blue. Okay, let's clean out the brush a little bit and just add water. Use our water in our brush. Now you don't really want to scrub too much with just the water because eventually, excuse me, your paper will start to roll up. Okay, and we don't want that to happen. Okay. There we go. Now just work one section at a time. And it's okay if it looks blobby like that. And we're going to let that dry. I think this second, ooh, it's sticky. That's interesting. And it's shiny. I played with this at home over the weekend and was wondering how sticky and shiny it would get, but it's not too bad. When we did this with coffee, it would really get shiny if you put it on really thick, which was odd. Okay, so you'll do one section at a time. Work, if you have areas that are detailed, work with those sections one at a time. We will probably work with this, finish all these up by Friday, if not sooner. Those of you that do finish earlier, because I do have some that are working quicker, which is fine. I will have some extra credit that you are more than willing that you can do. And extra credit is only available to those of you that are passing the class and are doing the projects that are not on their phones and have been working in class. So there's a big difference between, working in class and using your time appropriately and being on your phone the whole entire time and not doing jack crap. So, you know who you are. And yeah, that I do take work grades. And if you're on your phone, when I happen to go by, you're really, really hurting your grade because I don't go back and fix that just because that's not fair to everybody else who's working their butt off. So, yeah, it does make a difference. So like I said, we can, let's try this yellow. This is lemonade. And we will try to keep these. I don't know whether if they'll keep very well or not. We'll see what happens after I finish this and let it dry out a little bit. Oh yeah, there's the yellow. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but that would be a good highlighter. Oh yeah, there we go. So like I said, just be careful with scrubbing the paper. Even though this is watercolor paper, if you put too much water on it and you're really scrubbing it with your brush, the paper will roll up, and you don't want that. You want to be still pretty delicate with it. And I think after this dries, we might come back with ebony pencil and do a little bit of darkening in the shadows.